Welcome once again to this channel, and today's tutorial we're going to learn about creating a user login form and a user sign up or registration form. We are going to use HTML, CSS, PHP and JAVASCRIPT. And in this series we will learn everything for you to know about the registration and login form and the security of these forms. For you know that user security is very essential, and for any website the user identity has to be protected. So we are going to make such login form which is very interactive, very responsive, and the user can use it to either login or register. So this is the form we are going to make, and for the files that we will use to make this form, you can get it, you can download it from the description. So this is the form, and when you check here, these are my codes that I use to create the login form. I'm using Sublime Text Editor, and when you can check here, I have three files, which is signup.html. This is going to this is going to contain the codes for the sign up form. We have the login.html, which is going to contain the codes for the login form, and the mystyle.css, which we are going to use to style our forms, and the index.php, which basically is going to receive the data which the user is going to input in these two forms. I have a folder here called tutorials, and this folder tutorials, I have the index.php, I have the login. I'll just move this. I have the login.html, I have mystyle.css, signup.html, and bootstrap. So bootstrap is a collection of pre-compiled CSS codes, and whatever you have to know is just the bootstrap classes for you to use bootstrap. You can either download the bootstrap files to your machine, or you can use the bootstrap CDN by importing the bootstrap link to your code. So you can import the bootstrap link, and instead of here we can use this link as a bootstrap link. So in this case we're going to use our own styling, and I'll explain later on how to create the same form using the bootstrap classes. Now we're going to clear everything here, and we're going to create everything afresh. So everything in the body section we're going to clear here. We're going to save. We're going to clear everything we have in the styles. I'm going to clear everything so that we start afresh. We're going to clear everything we have in the index.php. It has nothing. Signup.php, we're going to clear everything here. We're going to clear everything here so that we start afresh. So login form, and our browser also. I want to confirm to you that everything is set, and when we refresh there is nothing. And this is the browser we're going to use, which is Chrome. We're going to use the Chrome browser, and now we can start right away in our signup.html. That's the form, that's the page we will start with, and here we're going to create the sign up form or the registration form. We are going to create, I'm going to have a div with a container, my container, which is going to carry everything we are in our code, my container. And here we will have a form whose action, we're going to have a form, and the action of this form, the action of this form is going to be index.php, and inside this form now we're going to create our login form. Let me create a div, and this div will have a label, and inside this label we will have a username and an input field, and the username type is going to be a text, and the name is going to be username. I'm using camel case. As you can see, camel case is capitalizing, is making this one in smaller case, and the rest in you're capitalizing the rest names in uppercase. We will copy the same code for other fields since we have some more fields. So I'm going to copy this code. So this is username. The next is going to be an email. Type is an email. Yes. And the name is going to be, let's name it mail. And this we call it phone number. And for a phone number, it's going to be a text, and we will call it here camel case phone number. Phone number. Here we are going to have what next? We're going to have password. The type is going to be a password, such that it covers whatever the user types in dots or in asterisks. Name here we are going to have password. Let me name it that password. And here we are going to have confirm password. Type is password. This is a repeat of the above password, and this will name it password confirm. And we can save that and preview in our browser. There's a problem. Signup.html. So we'll go back to our tutorial, and we come to signup.html, and we open with Chrome. Yes, now this is our form. It's not all that, it doesn't look all that good, and we need to style it. Yes, so we're going to style it using my style sheet, which is my style.css, and I've connected my style sheet here. Since it's in the root folder, I don't insert a directory, and I'll just write it as my style.css. So I'll go to my style.css, and to see if it's connected, I'll check on the body tag, and the body tag, I'll give it a color of a background color of light blue, just light blue. And when you in CSS styling, it's advised to use either the Xcode of colors or the RGB value of colors, and I'm going to show you how to use the Xcode and the RGB value of colors. So when we check, when we refresh, we get there's a difference, there's a change, meaning that our CSS style sheet is connected. And this body, we are going to have a font family, let's say font family of an Arial, font family of Arial in the sans serif family, font of family sans serif family. Yes, and you have to close your quotes with semicolons. And another thing now, let's style our container, my container. Let's style our container. Now our container contains everything we have in the form. So let's style our container so that our form can look a bit better. You see the font is changed to Arial. So in my styles, I'll go to my container. I'll go to my container, I'll give it a width of 60%. I'll give it a, let me do this, I'll give it a margin left, margin right of auto, and I'll give it a margin right, margin left of auto, and I'll give it a text align of center, text align of center. I'll give it a padding of 8 pixels all round. I'll give it a margin top of around 15 pixel. Let me say 15 pixel, so that it's not closer to the top. 15 pixels, and I'll give it a border of 2 pixel solid. Here we'll use the hex code, and hex code looks like that. I'll give it that, and I'll also give it a border radius of 10 pixel, so that the border is not all that sharp. And when we refresh you can see, so this is the container that contains the form, and you can see the changes are effected. And when we put it on full screen, it's not all that good. So whatever we want to do, we want to change the display of these labels from inline to block. So I will come here and give our label, I'll give my label a class. I'll give all my labels a class of my label. I'll give them a class of my label, and I'll save that. Let me increase the font. Yeah, so a class of my label, and that is it. And I'll save that, and I'll come back to my style and say that my label, my container dot my label is going to have a display of block, so that they can be stacked on each other. And when we refresh and we have it on full page, now you can see that it's block, and